Remember, people, that today, Jared the Critic is kingeth the mountain. What's going on, everybody? Jared here with another brand new Netflix movie review. And if you're new to this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button because it seriously helps me out and keeps you guys up to date on this channel's newest content. Movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy stuff, everything movie and entertainment related. Anyways, though, Netflix is kind of, getting these bigger name movies, maybe potentially winning some awards, and I was able to check out the newly released The King. Young Henry V encounters deceit, war, and treachery after becoming King of England in the 15th century in the aftermath of his brother's death. So does Netflix have an award-worthy movie on their hands? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of The King if you were able to check this out, and if you think that this potentially has, some award-worthy potential to it. Now let's get into some of the good. Right off the bat, what I'm going to say Netflix did here for The King is somewhat ambitious. It was an ambitious feat. I'll talk about the political dealings later on, but what I'm going to say is the action, the battle scenes, getting all of these people and dressed up in armor and horses and all of these 15th century weaponry. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job of making this feel like it was in that setting with the giant catapults. I don't think they're called, they're trebuchets. That's what it is, trebuchets. Everything felt authentic, and it was big, and it was grand. And for a Netflix movie, I guess I didn't expect that. So I liked the attention to detail and the fact that they probably took a risk, and it paid off. Oh, in the battle scenes too, there was some like almost illuminated nighttime scenes with these trebuchets throwing these flaming boulders. I thought that was shot very well. It looked beautiful. That was probably the standout to myself in this movie. So that's about the second half of the movie, but the first half is dealing with the political side, the intrigue, the people in power. I don't know why, but I loved the fact that it was almost these verbal sparring matches between these people in power, and the corruption that you see overcomes people in power. They each have their own agenda, and very much they are dealing and saying what needs to be said so then their agenda can come true. And I loved how these people that Timothée Chalamet's character trusted were actually doing these back dealings, and you can see how the corruption through this movie, through his reign in power, really changes this man who was there for the good and trying to dismiss confrontation and battle, eventually turns into this very vile character because of the people around him. And surprisingly, yeah, I like the corruption angle of all of this movie. If I had to compare it to something, it was almost the politicalness or political dealings of a Game of Thrones. And rounding out the positives for myself are the performances. Very solid performances from probably the three leads: Timothée Chalamet, Ding Dong, Joel Edgerton, and then Sean Harris. I believe that the guy that he's been in the last couple Mission Impossible movies. Those three very much. Timothée Chalamet is in the middle, and then we have the left-handed man, the right-handed man, and they are each kind of different. They're dual dynamics. One is evil, going for this different agenda, I guess, to profit. The other one is, honestly, he's just good soul. And I liked how each of them really had an imprint on Timothée Chalamet's character, King Henry. Going to King Henry's performance, you can see the internal struggle and outward struggle as well. He's trying to eliminate all of these, like I mentioned, casualties through this war. And yeah, I thought that they each, turned in a pretty good performance, playing off of each other and almost hiding the deceit or agenda that they had. However, on the negative front of The King, this is a very slow movie, and I understand that that shouldn't be a negative, but unfortunately it is. The first hour is strictly these political dealings, talking between these characters, trying to figure out, what sort of angle this person has in the overall agenda of the movie. And then it kind of flips back to that in the last 20 minutes. It's not going to be for everyone. This movie is definitely not going to be for everyone, but it plays out very slowly. And I don't know how to, I guess, explain it or put my finger on it, but there was a certain some kind of special sauce that was missing from this movie. I don't know if it was more interesting political intrigue into the first half or grander scale battles in the second half, or more beautiful scenery. I don't know, there was just a little something missing from this to really make this elevated more in my viewing pleasure. Overall, The King is an ambitious feat from Netflix, but ultimately begs for more. With these intriguing political sparring matches, well-shot battle scenes, and some solid performances, but with it being very much a slow drag of a movie, and that's something missing. I would borderline check out The King or completely skip out on it. I know that it's a very well-made film. It has some intrigue into these characters, but that whole slow slog of a journey through the movie is going to turn off a lot of people. In closing, I'm going to give The King 3 out of 5 15th century swords. So what did you guys think of The King if you were able to check it out? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. I think later today, hopefully, I'll have my Terminator Dark Fate review up. Follow all of my social media down there. Click that subscribe button. It seriously helps me out. And share this stuff out because that would help even more. Until next time, I'll see you later.